Hello, welcome to On The Bench TV. Guys, obviously, last couple of days, I haven't been doing videos, but in this one, there are personal reasons why I haven't done that. But in this one, we're going to talk about a couple of things that happened over the last couple of days, what I make of things, and, you know, the main question is about a plan. Liverpool need a plan. It's not just for one thing, it's for a lot of stuff, you know. Welcome to a stream, guys. Thank you for joining me. It's going to be a laid back one, guys. I'm not going to waffle on too much about stuff. I'm just going to mainly talk to you lads. But firstly, I want to say apologies for not doing a match reaction or whatever. I didn't watch the Swansea game, guys. I watched 5 minutes of it, had a phone call to say that my granddad passed away, so obviously I had to go and be with my family. That's why you haven't had a video out of me. So yeah, it's not been a great time for me. Obviously I lost a friend just before Christmas, as you guys know. I mean, just lost my granddad as well. So yeah, bit of a shit patch, guys, but Liverpool are still still doing Liverpool things, so I need to do things as well. But massive thank you to all you guys that did send me messages to say sorry to hear it and everything. Like, seriously, guys, thank you very much. Welcome to the stream, guys. Michael, welcome. James, welcome. Welcome, Michael. Stubby, Jams, welcome as always. Alex, welcome to the stream, guys. Thomas Billings, welcome, mate. Hey, Daz, heard the bad news recently, so sorry for your loss, mate. We're all here for you. Take as much time as you need. Thank you very much, Thomas, mate. I know, guys, I know a few of you lads have been messaging me and everything privately, and yeah, I do appreciate it, lads. You know, it is what it is, isn't it? Obviously, life does throw things at us, you know, but Liverpool are also throwing things at us. So yeah, in a way, I think it wasn't too bad that I missed that game from the sounds of it. And I want some of you guys to fill me in, because I won't even watch the replays, the highlights to it, because I was that pissed off when I heard the news. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. We're so shit defensively, says for him. Welcome to the stream, Cows. Condolences very much, my friend. Chris Wilkinson, thank you, lads. Thank you very much. Right. Obviously, guys, like I said, the title of the video is Liverpool Need a Plan. For me, what I mean is, one, we need a plan in like games against teams like Swansea and stuff. We know this, we spoke about this. Teams that sit back, teams that play a certain way, Liverpool can't deal with. You know what I mean? And then obviously, that just goes to show. Now our run is broken. You know, I saw tweets and people saying Liverpool are like the Robin Hood. Jurgen Klopp's a Robin Hood of the Premier League. We take from the big teams and we give to the little teams. You know, as much as I think that's a little bit funny, it's not bloody funny, because obviously it's my football club that they're talking about. Our plan is new owners period, says Paul. Yeah. Liverpool being linked with Luan from Brazil and Lamar again. I know, mate. We'll talk about the transfers as well, guys. Say what? Welcome to the stream, mate. Yeah, we need a plan, guys. Like I say, like I need you guys to tell me. Obviously, you guys watched the game and stuff. Tell me, like, what was your biggest problem from that game? Obviously, like I say, I never watched it. I heard Robertson wasn't great. I heard we was really poor when it comes to trying to open up a team, like creativity and that. Apparently, Van Dijk was like the main one, and Joel Matip, trying to be like the suppliers. I saw a clip of Van Dijk at the end where he crossed the ball and we hit the crossbar or whatever it was. I did see that. So, you know, I kind of do... That does make sense that people are saying that we was using him to be creative. Which then brings me on to Liverpool. Where's the plan to replace Coutinho? And, you know, I've said before, like, the replacements could have been like Van Dijk and Keita, like, in money sense, but they're not replacements as in player for player, you know what I mean? When I said that before, I think a few people misunderstood what I was saying. I didn't mean that I personally like that could be the case. I don't like that at all, guys. I think that obviously we need a creative spark in midfield. You know, Ox has got a lot to still progress on. Lallana, apparently he come on towards the end, did he, guys? Someone said to me that Lallana looked alright, but it was at the end or something. I don't know. Emre Can, people were saying, you know, wasn't at his best because Emre Can does better when he's got to defend and not be the creative person. You know, like I say, I never watched it, so I'm not going to do a match reaction on it, but listening to what people are telling me, we missed a creative spark, which in games like that, maybe Coutinho would have been that. We have dropped points with Coutinho when he was in the team before, so he didn't always do it, but in certain games, obviously, he did have that spark. He had the magic, he scored goals, so we definitely need someone to come in that replaces that. We need someone that we can look to in these games that can bang a ball in from outside the area as well, guys. Do you remember, like, any of you guys that are a bit older, and I mean even some of you younger will remember back, like, I don't know, 5 to 10 years ago, you know, Steven Gerrard and that, they all could hit a ball from outside the area. We saw screamers all the time. And then now I feel like Coutinho was the only one before he left us that could actually bang a ball in from outside the area. Like, we see the odd goals and stuff, but it's all about getting in behind. And I just see there, James Doherty says, no runners down the wings. The fullback's got so far and just passed it back again and again the whole match. It's ridiculous, mate. So, you know, like that's where you could do with someone in that situation that can bang a ball in from outside the area. Now, Coutinho was that, wasn't he? So if you're looking at replacements in the transfer market, then obviously to me it makes sense to get someone that can actually hit a ball, like, you know, from outside the area. Like, I think we missed that, guys. We lack that. I don't know what you guys think or whatever, but for me personally, I would have liked to have seen us go after someone that is capable of hitting a long shot here and there, you know. We had Coutinho before, but he's gone now. The plan I was talking about, a plan to replace Coutinho, surely Liverpool Football Club, if they're going to be losing players, if they know players are going to go, right, I thought about this because Klopp said they tried everything to keep him, but it wasn't possible. He wasn't going to play. So then surely you have like a list of players that you go, well, these are replacements or whatever. You know, I'm pretty sure that they did have something like that, but everything's being done behind closed doors or whatever, so we don't know what's going on. But I see the frustration growing in all the supporters, and I feel the same, guys. I'm getting frustrated as well, because to lose a game like against Swansea, I know we went on a good run and everything, and it's only one game or whatever, but it's these sort of games that stop Liverpool from winning the Premier League title. It's these sort of games that stop Liverpool from getting in top 4 and being consistently in the Champions League every year, because we drop points against stupid teams. You know, so for me personally, you need to eradicate that. The only way to eradicate that is, one, training the players that you've got. But Klopp's worked with a lot of these players for a long time now. He's had time to work with them. You know, and then you lose players like Coutinho. Daniel Sturridge, apparently the latest rumour is that Daniel Sturridge may not be allowed to leave, like I was saying before, because obviously Liverpool are looking at, oh God, like, you know, we've lost Coutinho, we don't want to lose this player, we don't want to lose that, we still need creativity, we still need people to score goals. Firmino can't always do it up top in certain games, like you need an out-and-out striker. People have had a go at me for saying Firmino's not an out-and-out striker. He's not, he's a midfielder, but he can score goals, and he's done a job there. He's been in fantastic form. I don't know how he played in the last game, obviously, but on a serious note though, you know, like Aubameyang, like the links with Arsenal and things like that. I know that I've said before that I don't think that Klopp and Aubameyang would work together again. I know that I said that, and certain people was trying to say that was wrong. It's just my opinions of what I saw when Klopp left Dortmund. A few of the interviews that I saw and things like that. To me, I couldn't see it happening. But when you're looking at Arsenal losing their players, and this is something that you guys said to me, but they're getting players in, you know, like Sanchez went to Man United, but they were clever. They got Mkhitaryan the other way. Mkhitaryan will be a good player for Arsenal. You know, Liverpool should be doing that. We should have, if one good player goes out, one good player should come in. And I don't think you can count Van Dijk as that one good player to come in. You know, it strengthens us in an area that needed strengthening. But for me, where's the plan? Where's the plan to go, right, we've had to strengthen there, but Coutinho's not going to play for us. We've done everything we can. So this and this player, their name's on a list. So we need to go out and do everything it takes to get that. And this is what I wanted to talk about with Thomas Lemar as well, guys. Obviously, the latest reports on Thomas Lemar, people saying, you know, they're in discussions. Thomas Lemar agreed personal terms with Liverpool, whatever. I think they're old rumours, guys. I think they're from like the last transfer window. He agreed that he would play for Liverpool back then. I think when talks were had, it looked like Thomas Lemar would be happy to come and play for Liverpool Football Club. So, you know, I think that they're just lashing on to that. But Liverpool, to me, it doesn't seem like we're fully interested in getting him. It doesn't look like Coutinho's gone and they're like panicking and going Lemar, or they've made their mind up that Lemar is the out-and-out replacement for Coutinho, because if he was, Monaco would accept money. for Thomas Lemar. That's obvious. They accept money for everyone. So, you know, so for me, personally, Liverpool will know the fee already off Monaco, but they're not matching that. They didn't match that in the last transfer window. They wouldn't up their value, like the amount of money that they put forwards. Monaco apparently want the full amount of money up front, around 70 million, is one of the reports at the moment. I don't know how true that is. I don't know about fees. All I know was in the last window they wanted 90 million, so it's a bit weird that they would drop it quite a bit. But, you know, I definitely do feel that, for me personally, Liverpool should have known the player that would come in when Coutinho goes. They should have known that. Is it that they're waiting until the summer? I don't know. But because they're doing everything behind closed doors or whatever, if there is anything going on, it's frustrating being a Liverpool supporter at the moment. It's, you know, obviously my head's not in the right place at the moment, like you guys know, because of personal things and stuff. But, you know, just to be a Liverpool supporter without anything else, it's really frustrating to see us drop points, see one of our best players, if not our best player, go, and we strengthen in one area. But I feel like this has been Liverpool for years. I feel like Liverpool always lose one of their best players when we've got another good player coming in. So we haven't actually got any better. What we've done is we've took quality out and just put quality back in. So we're still around that mark, which the net spend since FSG's been in shows that as well. It's like, it's very even, isn't it? You know, I'm going to get to your guys' comments as well, but it's just what I wanted to talk about in this one was like a plan, guys. So tell me what you think on what I've just said, and we discuss like what you guys are talking about as well. I know it's late tonight, guys, but like I say, at the moment it's just a really bad time for me. So I wanted to do this live stream to talk to some of you guys. I'm still peed off from Monday night, says Michael. Yeah, not even Messi could play on a cold night in Stoke, said Shams. Like I said, we played slow all over the park. No problem on our flanks. Many aren't seeing it, but I'm a pattern guy and I watched two Hensons on our flanks. Really, Michael? Really? Wow. Van Dijk was a joke, says Michael. Was he? I heard that he wasn't at his best, Michael. I must admit, I have seen people saying that he didn't do very well. But obviously, the ceiling's high for him because of the fee, and then his debut against Everton, obviously, he had a quality one, didn't he? So I'm not expecting too much from him at the moment just because of all the other stuff. But, yeah, was it a set piece, guys? I think, was it a set piece that they scored their goal from? Was it a set piece again? You know, like I say, I didn't watch it, so I'm not going to do a reaction to it from me, apart from I'm pissed off with seeing the result, if you know what I mean. But it's down to you guys to tell me like what was wrong, which some of you are already doing. Matip and Van Dijk was more attacking than the three midfielders. That's a joke, man. That's what I mean. So that must be what I've read, where saying that Liverpool looked to our two centre-backs to be our creative players. I mean, is that tactic that Klopp looked at and it didn't pay off? I don't know. If that's the case, why is he looking at our centre-backs to be the creators? Like, you know, that surely tells you that you need a more creative midfielder in there, doesn't it? You lose Coutinho, drop Firmino back, put a striker, an out-and-out striker, get an out-and-out striker if that's what it takes. You know what I mean? Like, I tweeted something saying about it's time for Ings to step up if Sturridge goes, and someone said to me, oh yeah, so in the Champions League we're going to rely on Ings. No, Firmino is Klopp's first choice striker, is what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, you know, Daniel Sturridge is a bit part player for us at the moment, so I can't see why Ings can't replace Sturridge in that sense, and do the role that Sturridge is doing. But Ings come on, didn't he? Didn't do anything or something? I don't know, because that knobhead sent me a message straight afterwards, and obviously it was the same day that I found out about my granddad, so I told him to fuck off and blocked him. I feel like our players not really good for playing in small spaces. Right, it's interesting, Chucky. So it's one of them things that you feel like when another team shuts up shop and is tight around the edge of their area, that's where we struggle, isn't it? I think I agree with that. Like, it's why when they defend, but that's what I'm talking about. Liverpool need a plan. We need a plan to beat that as well, which is wing play, isn't it? But you need big players, like a big striker or whatever, in the box to be able to header the ball in. You know, Firmino's not big, is he? He can score with his head, but he's not going to beat 6'5", 6'4" centre backs, is he, to the ball in the air? It's absolutely ridiculous. Markovic and Sturridge will be going, says Paul. Yeah, good riddance to Markovic, man. Seriously, he didn't do well at all, did he? It was by far Salah's worst performance since joining Liverpool. Was it really, Michael? Madness. Yeah, in a game like that, you expect Salah to come up with the goods, don't you? He's the sort, especially like I say, with Coutinho the snake going. we're kind of looking at Salah, Mane, people like that now, aren't we, to score goals in these sort of games. And if he didn't play well, then that's not good. But, you know, I think I've read that their manager said Liverpool are like a Formula 1 car and they like to play really fast. So you take the speed away from them, you take that away from us, and that's how you beat us. So in other words, what he meant was we couldn't use our pace to get in behind or whatever. We couldn't do that fast counter-attacking football because they didn't let us. Like I say, I never saw it, but I'm guessing from what you guys are saying as well and what I've read, that that's exactly what happened. James says no runners down the wings. Oh, I saw that one, didn't I? Yeah, we need box-to-box players who can play it in tight space like the crack of my arse is Paul. Yeah, I think Naby Keita can do that really well, Paul, from what I make of Keita. So that's a good thing to know that we've got a player like that coming in the summer. But, you know, like, we've got to get top 4 this year. And I know it's only one game. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, you know, like it's the end of the world. Like, we had this massive run and then just because we lost 1-0 to Swansea, like, that's the be-all and end-all or whatever. It's just... It's not just the one game that's bugged me. It's just the amount of times we've dropped the points. Do you know what I mean, lads? Like, it's literally like... we see it too much. And I said, didn't I, in my match build-up show, it's what Liverpool turn up on a day. The Liverpool that can go and smash Man City and make the best team in the league look poor, you know, or the team that turned up against Swansea and just can't do anything. And that's obviously what happened. And, you know... I think I had a couple of Swansea fans comment on my build-up show saying, oh yeah, play it safe 3-0, everyone was saying 3-0, 3-1, haha, and all that. Like, fair play, do you know what I mean? They've got something to boast about or whatever, because obviously Swansea got the victory or whatever. But, you know, I wouldn't laugh about it too much, because ideally, the reason why Swansea won that game is because Liverpool just didn't turn up. Because if we turned up, we would have wiped the floor with Swansea. So... You know, Jam says, who is Mark Fitch? Yeah, exactly. It really pissed me off. I'm still really, really angry. Yeah, exactly. Lallana looked nice, but he should have started. Alexander-Arnold and Ox should have played Coutinho's role, says Michael Stabby. Yeah, so Lallana looked good then, did he, Michael, mate? You know, I did see that someone said that Lallana, his spell when he come on at the end, he looked good. But obviously, you know, why is Lallana not starting these games again? In a game where Swansea were obviously sitting back or whatever and trying to shut up shop, you want a creative player like Lallana. Klopp's even said it himself recently, that Adam Lallana, you know, with Coutinho going and people saying about we need creativity, he said we've got Adam Lallana that's not been available for the rest of the year. He's no Philip Coutinho, but he is a creative midfielder. So then why has he not been brought on till the end? Like, surely, you're looking for a goal, you put your creative midfielders on. You know what I mean? Like, you put on your team, you put out a team that can score you goals, right? And a lot of goals. And then once you get a goal or two up, then you bring on more defensive-minded players. You know what I mean? To see out the game. That's a formula that's worked for years in the world of football. But it just doesn't make sense. Like I say, I don't know whether there was a problem with Lallana or whatever. Whether he's been a bit ill because a few of the players were ill leading up to it. Not too sure. But for me, if you get to half-time and Liverpool weren't looking good, you know, bring on an Adam Lallana or whatever. I don't know what time he did come on, guys, or anything. I just know that apparently he was subbed on at the end and looked good. Liverpool, a creative team, not a clinical one. Mine had a chance, so did Firmino and Lallana. Alex D, yeah, I think I really agree with that statement, mate. Like, when people say we've got the best attack in the league or whatever, you know, I like to hear that because obviously it's our football team. But on the other hand, I wouldn't say we have got the best attack because it's the clinicalness that lets us down. We got the best build-up to attack in the league, and that comes down to personnel and tactics, because Klopp is very much about transitioning from defence, winning the ball high up to then be able to open teams up, you know. So for me personally, it would come down to they got to be more clinical in front of goal, because this is another reason why we dropped points, you know. I saw that we had a chance, was it 94th minute, guys, right at the end, it hit the crossbar or whatever, you know. That should be a goal, shouldn't it? On another day, it probably would have been a goal, but it wasn't meant to be, was it, for whatever reason? But it just highlights, again, the fact, what I'm saying is, we need a plan for everything. Liverpool need to start to show us that they've got a plan, because I can sit here and say, we need a plan, why haven't we got a plan? People can say, where's the plan? Why can't we still beat teams like this? Where's our plan to sign a replacement for Coutinho? Where's our plan for this, for that, and everything? But they probably have got one, but then what I'm saying is, the plan, like, it's coming up the end of this transfer window. If we don't make another signing, we could possibly struggle to get in the top 4 this year, because the other teams are all strengthening in this window. Interesting article that I read earlier was that Liverpool need to get with the times, because January transfer window has now changed. It's not like it used to be. You know, teams and players and that are moving and spending big in January, when years ago it wasn't really heard of. Like, you didn't see big moves or whatever. But now all the top teams are looking to sign big players and everything in it, because it can be the difference between securing Champions League or winning a title or whatever, or winning cups and not. And if Liverpool are going to be the only team out of the top lot that really doesn't progress, but we've lost a player, you know what I mean? And that's just madness. Like I say, Arsenal is the main team at the moment, isn't it? Everyone's talking about with how Sanchez going, you know, Mkhitaryan's gone in, they're looking to sign Aubameyang, things like that, you know. Liverpool, we're not seeing anything like that. Like Luan, we've been linked with Luan. It's old news. Again, it's old news for me. I don't see it happening. I don't, like I say, I don't think we're going to know too much about what is going on at the moment. We could see 5 signings for all we know in the last week, but I highly doubt it. Like, I don't think that's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? But we ain't got long left, and for me, I'm not going to say we can't secure a top 4 this year without making signings, but what I mean is I would like to see us bring in a player that can score goals from outside the area and can be creative in games where teams sit back. We need someone that can bang the ball in from outside the box, because it gives teams other things to think about. Liverpool always trying to get the ball into the box, and when Klopp first come in and spoke about tactics, he said Liverpool often created chances but missed, when if we would have made one more pass it would have been an easy tap-in. So Liverpool obviously look to get the easiest chance on the table to make sure it's a goal or whatever, but it doesn't always come off, especially if a team's sitting back and they've got like 8 men inside their area. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's not much space in there to make that final pass, to make it an easy goal. There's no easy goals in that situation. So you want to make teams think, oh, we can't just fully sit back, because if they give the ball to him on the outside of the area, he can bang it in. You know what I mean? When Coutinho played, you saw often he drew about 2 or 3 players to him when he got the ball in a certain area, because they knew that was his area, that it's danger zone. He can bang that ball in the back of the net. You know, who's your player that can bang it in the back of the net like that now for Liverpool? There's not. All of them can score goals, but they got to be more clinical, and we need a midfielder that can open up a game and bang the ball in. I mean, I don't know, I want to hear who you guys would think would be like the best midfielder that can do all that, you know. FSG out, I'm sick of their bullshit, says Michael Dunn. Paul says, I second that. Alex D says, Liverpool a creative team, not a clinical one. Oh, I read that one, didn't I? Leon says, hi mate, it's just one loss, guys. We've beat City and I just knew we make the headlines, then we lose. I honestly don't know who does. Yeah, it's madness, mate. Absolute madness. Like I say, it is one game. I think, but the reason the fans are upset about this one game is because it's not like we lost to one of our rivals or whatever that played really well. It's like we didn't turn up again. You know, like I say, I didn't watch a game, but for me personally, if you actually watch Liverpool against the smaller teams or whatever, like I say, 1 minute we smash them, or next minute we drop points because we don't turn up. That's got to be addressed, and that's where, again, Liverpool need a plan to make sure that they're going to turn up for these games as well. Klopp will be annoyed about it, but to me it sounds like Klopp didn't get his tactics right either, because it sounds like Klopp was using the 2 centre-backs to be our creative players. That's what it sounds like. From the way the game went, we always try and walk the ball into the net in these types of games. Need to shoot more outside the box more. It's like they're scared of trying. Yeah, exactly, Thomas. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. I think, well, I've just covered it anyway, so you probably heard that anyway, Thomas. But I definitely do agree. We need someone that can bang the ball in from outside the area. Coutinho was that person, but I don't look at the other players and think, you know, every time he gets on the ball, I want him to shoot. There's no one else like that. Whereas Coutinho, he got you on the edge of your seat. If he got the ball outside the area and on that left side, you thought he could just take one touch and just wallop this in, you know what I mean? Michael Stobie says, we don't need Coutinho, but Insigne is at this point better than Coutinho. I'm thinking to replace him, or we should dash out 60 million on Sanchez. Or we should have dashed out 6 million on Sanchez. Yeah. It's madness, mate. It's absolute madness. To think that Liverpool could not think that they need a replacement, someone that can do what Coutinho kind of did. Do you know what I mean, for us? And like you say, Sanchez was one of the players that I said would be a good replacement, but then I saw how much obviously his wages were, and I was like, that ain't happening. We beat Swansea 5-0 at Anfield, so why couldn't we do the same again? Obviously we just didn't turn up, did we, Paul? It's madness. Arsenal to win a trophy on Spurs ground, says Jams. Agree with you, Daz. We need 20-25 yards player who can score, says Chucky. Yeah, mate, honestly, innit? You look back in the days, Alonso could bang it, Gerrard could bang it. You know, there was loads of them. You watch any of the old school lot and everything, you know what I mean? Like, we have players that can hit that ball from outside the area. So teams can't sit back that much if they've got to press someone, because if they let them shoot, it will 7 times out of 10 go in. You know what I mean? And we've lost the only player that can really do that for me. James says, if Daniel goes as well as Phil, it's a bad window. We need an attacker to help us short term as well as long term. A top 4 finish is looking 50-50 now. Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. You know, I've been one of the ones saying that it's time for Sturridge to go. But you lose Coutinho, I mean, you lose Sturridge, and you don't... I thought we would see someone else come in before this point at the moment. You know, that's why I'm getting a bit stressed about it, because I thought we would have made a signing of some sort. I thought it'd be someone like Mahrez or whatever, you know what I mean? I know some of you guys don't agree with that, but I generally thought, you know, Mahrez could do a job up until the summer. If Lamar or whoever's the main target or whatever is not available, get someone like Mahrez to come in, and then, you know, he could end up being an absolute worldie for you. I mean, it doesn't matter, does it? Like, you've still got him in the team as well as adding to it to make it even stronger. But yeah, letting good players go and not replacing it is not a good plan at all. It's not good business. It's good business money-wise, which obviously you guys that hate FSG and that are absolutely like livid about it, aren't you, at the moment? And I can totally understand. But it's not good business-wise as in on the pitch and football, is it? It's not good for Liverpool. Like I say, 50-50 now to get top 4. It's madness. You know, we win that game against Swansea, which we should have bloody won, and we would have had a nice little gap between us. Is it Spurs or whatever was below? I don't know. Like I say, apologies if I get a few things mixed up today. There's a lot going on in my life at the moment. 30-year-old Mofo is in the building, says Imi. Yes, Imi, how are you today, mate? Daz, Michael D, and all you red men. Hello, Tom, mate. How are you? Welcome to the stream tonight, boys. Paul says 1 trophy in 12 years is unacceptable for Liverpool FC. It's very, very unacceptable, Paul. You know, I didn't even know that it was 1 trophy in like 12 years or whatever. For me, I just know that we're not winning silverware, which, as Liverpool Football Club, you expect us to be winning silverware. It's simple as that. We won't get top 4, says Sebastian Beza. It's madness, isn't it? I mean, like I say, I'm not going to say that we can't get top 4 or whatever, because we, up until Swansea, we was on a really, really good run. We hadn't lost for ages, you know what I mean? Like, we beat the league leaders. Our team are more than capable of beating teams and securing top 4. But it's whether they turn up in the games, whether they can keep that consistency up. They still are not consistent enough. They're still not clinical enough. They're still letting in goals. It's the same problems that we saw 2 years ago is what we're seeing still now. So, you know, who gets the blame for that? Does that come down on the owners? Does that come down on Klopp? Does that come down on the players? You know, for me, Klopp, I respect Klopp. You know, Klopp can only do so much. I mean, it's down to the players to do the rest. He gets peed off with the players as much as what we do. You can see it with him on the sideline. But if Liverpool aren't consistent, then we won't consistently get top 4 and get in the Champions League, which is where I think we deserve to be. You know, we're still obviously a way off winning the Premier League, because Man City, the class of Man City, is still more than us. Unless we act big in this window towards the end and the summer, we will be even more of a drift off the other top teams, because they're all strengthening. Hello, Imi. Yes, Paul, that's true. Hello. Leon says, I don't think Lamar is good enough. Hi, mate. It's just one loss, guys. We beat City, and I just knew we make headline. Oh, I saw that one, didn't I? Sorry, mate. My apologies. It's the same old shit, different season syndrome as per fucking usual. I'm sick of this shit. I know, Michael. I know, mate. That's what I said. It's been like it for years, isn't it? Can't argue with that, Paul. Your average gamer says, I was speaking to my friend who's an Arsenal fan. I always has a joke saying Liverpool is shit and whatnot, but he even said that Liverpool should have done so much better. Exactly. I think everyone was expecting Liverpool to beat Swansea, and it was Liverpool's game to throw away, and we threw it away. So, not good at all. Like I say, I'm only going off what I'm seeing, but to even look at it, for someone like me, like I say, I watched 5 minutes, and then I got that call, so I didn't watch the rest. But, you know, I didn't even watch a game, but just from the result itself, 1-0 loss to Swansea, their position in the table, Liverpool's, That is not good enough. A few people were saying before the game, and I even said, you have got to be cautious to a certain degree, because a team fighting for relegation, I think you said it, Paul, didn't you? A team that fights for relegation can play as good as a team up at the top of the league, which is fair enough. But I still think, from what I hear and what I see, it was Liverpool that threw it away. I don't think Swansea was outstanding from what I see. You know, my idea is getting out and out striker like Man City, some proper fullbacks. Ox can hit from out of the box, but he is playing the right side, so he's going to cut in. Yeah, where was it? I don't want Lamar, to be honest. It's Michael. A few people are saying that they don't want Lamar, mate. You know what I mean? I've, for one, have said that I've never been 100% sure that Lamar will come to Liverpool and will be a good enough replacement for Coutinho. That he'd do it. He's a good player, and he could be a world-class player, you know what I mean? But for me, people that are like literally jerking off over Thomas Lamar and saying we 100% need to get him even if it costs us 200 million, it's ridiculous. Like, there's no proof that he's going to be good, you know what I mean? Like, you know, even like with Van Dijk or whatever, I was saying we need him. He's a quality centre-back, but there's nothing that says that he comes to Liverpool and is a world-class centre-back. Like, you know what I mean? We just hope, don't we? And I think that's what it comes down to. People hope that if we did sign someone like Thomas Lamar, then we hope that he will be as good as what people say he is, you know. I don't think we should panic until the 1st of Feb, or when the season ends in a wrong way. Yeah, I think Liverpool are trying not to panic buy. I think that's what it comes down to. But on the other hand, like, we shouldn't be panic buying, should we, Imi? Do you know what I mean? Like, they knew for ages that Coutinho wants to go. So don't let Coutinho go in his transfer window. So what? Coutinho turned around and said to him, I won't help you anymore, I won't play. But if that was me, I'd be like, but you're under contract. You will not be paid any of your wages because you're breaking your terms and conditions of being employed by Liverpool Football Club. You know, and it's a World Cup year. You can't tell me that he wouldn't play for us. He might not play to the best of his capabilities, but you know, this is where, to me, it doesn't make sense that Liverpool let him go. I think they had it in their head that he was going in the summer, so their plan for replacements was for the summer. But he's gone early. But then Liverpool only have themselves to blame for that, because they could have kept Coutinho still. You can't tell me that player could not be forced to play. Oh, what? I've got injuries or whatever. Well, I'd still sue. I'd still fine him. I still would be like, I'm not paying you. I want a full medical done. If your examination comes back like clear, like it looks physically like there's nothing wrong with you, you'll play or you don't get paid. You know, clubs need to be a little bit more stronger in these situations. FSG income selling players, not winning trophies. Yeah, Jams. With Swansea, we didn't change any tactics in the second half at all. Matip and Van Dijk played with the ball more than strikers. It's ridiculous. I mean, funny that you guys have said about this, because like I say, I watched about 5-10 minutes of the game, and that's how it started. So obviously it carried on exactly the same. So, you know, madness. Mahrez, for me, can't understand why we don't try for him. Yeah, same, James, same. I've been saying it for ages that I think that we should go and get Mahrez. He wants out. He wants to move from the club. He would drop everything to move to Liverpool, in my opinion, and he wouldn't cost as much as some of the other players out there. And I think he'd do a job for us. I'm not saying that he is world class at the moment, but you can't tell me that, you know, Mahrez may come to Liverpool and may be the missing piece that we need. It may be the case. He was instrumental in Leicester's run that won them the Premier League. Liverpool haven't won the Premier League, have we? So we could do with a bit of flair in there. That, you know, Ox has a bit of flair sometimes, Alana, but it's not enough, man. And like I say, you want someone that can hit the ball from outside the area as well. Paul says, if next season is the same, I think all fans need to look at owners and manager and ask, are they good enough for the club? Yeah. I said, didn't I, Paul? I said, like obviously we've had discussions, and you've obviously told me how much you don't like FSG and that, and I said, you know, I've given them till the end of the next transfer window, so the summer transfer window. I'm going to look at where our team are at. If we've got the key players in that we need to strengthen, you know, if there's been investments in the club and stuff like that, that's when I'll be making my opinion up. But, you know, I still have questions and I still have doubts about things, of course. Don't rate Lamar, says Leon. I'm panicking. I mean, mate. Yeah, see, another one that says they don't want Lamar, so because they don't rate him. Exactly. I knew you felt that anyway. Paul says, Daz, one more season of Dross is all I'm going to tolerate, because if FSG continue down this road, I'm going to get totally annoyed. I know exactly how you feel, Paul. I know, mate. James, Klopp needs to push out owners more for more players. Klopp needs to be more like Rafa and tell the owners he wants a winning side, not just a good side. Yeah. See, Klopp always comes out, doesn't he, and says that he's fully backed by the owners. If Klopp asks for money or whatever, and says he wants a player, that, you know, there's not a problem there financially. So if that's the case, then act on it. Get the players. You know, I like that Klopp doesn't panic, and, you know, he knows the players that he wants, and he'll wait for them or whatever. But how long do you wait? Because it could cost us in the long run. We're still in a chance of getting Champions League this year. If we don't make a signing because Klopp's waited and then we don't finish in the Champions League, that may mean that then we don't sign that player that Klopp wanted because we ain't got Champions League football. Do you see what I mean? That's the conundrum that Liverpool find itself in at the moment. So I don't think it's Klopp's fault. I think it's the owner's not giving Klopp money. Yeah, see, I wish I was a fly on the wall. I wish I knew what's going on there, do you know what I mean? And who's to blame and stuff like that. Sean, welcome to the stream, my friend. I would have to disagree, Michael, mate. I wouldn't say nothing. He's made the team so much better. Our attack's much better. Players who are under Rodgers are performing really well. I like Klopp. I haven't got a problem with Klopp at all. I know certain people do. I haven't personally got a problem with Klopp. But what I'm saying is there needs to be a bit more of a plan. And, you know, if Klopp's not getting what he wants out of the players that he's got, then he needs to get in players that he knows that he can get the best out of. Do you see what I mean? That can play how he wants and be consistent. And then that's diving into the transfer market, isn't it? Even with Coutinho, we were still short of quality players. Need functioning striker and 2 crowded midfields, not 1. Yeah, I totally agree with you there, Maverick. You know what I mean? I think at the moment, like I was saying, we need someone that can score goals and be that creative flair. But I fully agree that we could do with a couple. You know, I'm merely looking at the moment, like, to get us by until the summer, and then hopefully we get in the players that obviously are on the transfer targets of Klopp and Liverpool. Because for me, I do think that Liverpool generally thought that they would probably be able to keep Coutinho until the summer. I mean, it wasn't the case. Bayern stumped up money, Coutinho kicked up, whatever. So it left them in a bit of a situation. But like I said, they've only got themselves to blame for that. But without a shadow of a doubt, you know, Coutinho played in games where we dropped points, so it's not fully down to us losing Coutinho. We need a plan. We need more players that can open up teams and stuff. Because if I was manager of Liverpool Football Club right now, or anything to do with them, I'd be looking at, right, we drop points to teams, and a lot of teams, 90% of teams that we play against, they sit back defensive because that's Liverpool's weakness. So what do? Right, we get this player and this player that are absolutely quality at opening up games and scoring goals from outside the box, whatever, so that teams feel like they can't sit back. Because all the time you keep feeding them and buying pace and people that can get down and get in behind and that, and for the counter-attack, teams are just going to go, yeah, you're a quality counter-attacking team, but you ain't going to counter us because we're not going to attack. So we're not going to give you the space to be able to play to your strengths, which is basically what Swansea's manager said. And it worked for him, didn't it? Tottenham, Ali versus Mane, Son versus Salah, then Trippier, the guy from PSG, and Rose versus yeah. We need, where was I? SW. If teams are going to park the bus, we need to flood the midfield with a 3-5-2 formation, giving us more of a chance of playing running in behind the defence. Yeah, I agree with that. And personally, what I would do as well is I'd have Gomez and Van Dijk either side of like a Joel Matip or Lovren or whatever at the moment as the 3. Because Gomez is fast, big and strong, so he can deal with it if they counter us. Van Dijk is capable of doing that, and then you just want someone that will sit in there and be like a sweeper, basically, you know what I mean? And yeah, so I think play 3 at the back. The 5 in midfield will be quality because it will give you width on the wings, really spread out the team, give some space in there, and then 2 up top. You want one that is like a little pit bull that can just finish, like a little goal poacher, which is probably Firmino in it. Like, he's a pit bull and he can poach. But then you need a big lad up there with him that is capable for when the crosses come in to get his head on it. You know what I mean? And if that's not working, by the end of the game, you want a big midfielder or whatever that can come on and can get forward as well into the box to be a second person that can win a head. You know what I mean? Like, just different tactics, isn't it? Like, Liverpool still not changing it up too much. Dean Reed, welcome to a stream, my friend. Does anyone know how bad Lamar is in a Liverpool shirt? So why is everyone saying I don't want him? Who was Alonso when we bought him? Not really that known, but we made him into a class player. Hashtag trust Klopp. Yeah, but, you know, is Klopp wanting Thomas Lamar, Dean? You know what I mean? Like, you've got to trust Klopp. I totally agree with that hashtag about trusting Klopp. But for me, I'm not fully swayed that, you know, Thomas Lemar is a player that Klopp wants, because if Thomas Lemar is a player that Klopp wants, we've just gone and spent a lot of money on Van Dijk, and that's because he was a player that Klopp wants. Monaco would sell Thomas Lemar, and, you know, even if it was for 90 million, a flair player of his age or whatever, it's today's market. I think if Klopp wanted him that badly, it would happen, even if the deal was put in place now. But for the summer or whatever, we would see Thomas Lemar come. Thomas Lemar has said in the past that he would be willing to play for Liverpool. You know what I mean? So for me personally, I don't think it comes down to a trust Klopp, but, you know, like what you've just said, everyone is saying Thomas Lemar's crap or whatever. You know, it can go either way. Thomas Lemar, there's no guarantees either way. He could be a worldie or he could be absolutely shit. You don't know at the moment until you see him play, which is it's mainly what your point was, wasn't it, Dean? So it is true. That statement's very true, guys. Did anyone see Fekir go against PSG? I haven't watched it, mate, obviously. Does I want FSG gone at the end of the January transfer? I'm sick of their bullshit. I'm sick of their lame excuses, says Michael. I know you are, Michael. I know you are, mate. Thomas Billions. Virgil van Dijk was nowhere near as bad as people are making out. You can't expect one player to clear and defend everything, but just because he made a few dodgy clearances, he gets slaughtered. Not fair on him. Yeah, it's going to happen though, isn't it? Because of the sum that he come in for, and, you know, like I say, his debut was fantastic. So I think everyone's literally like looking at Van Dijk like he's God's gift. But it takes the whole team to play well as well, and we've got to give him some time. Like I say, I didn't watch it, so I can't comment on it, but I've heard that people were saying it was bad. But I personally, even if I watched it, even if he messed up, I did say when he first come in, if he messes up or whatever, guys, we've just got to ride it for a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't cost us, but like I say, I never saw it, guys. Maverick Mahrez is not quite good enough, and I can't see Lemar coming. He's going to hold out for other clubs. Maverick, why do you think Lemar would hold out for other clubs then? Like, do you think that he would prefer to go to another club over Liverpool, is what you're saying? Do you think that maybe that's what it comes down to? Do you think Liverpool are in there? You know what I mean? Mahrez, you know, he's a difficult one, Mahrez, because like I say, he was absolutely fantastic for Leicester and helped to win the league. So if that's not good enough, then I don't know what is. But on the other hand, you know what I mean? Like, there's players out there that I would take over Mahrez. Without a shadow of a doubt, if you said to me, would you sign Fekir or Mahrez? Fekir. You see what I mean? So I get that, but like I say, if you could have that player that helped win the league, then I don't think it would be a bad sign if we can't land other signings or whatever. He would definitely help us to the end of the season. Flanks that don't allow us to get behind a couple of times and makes them have to double up on the flanks, and then we can't get through the middle. Yeah, and you guys were saying that our fullbacks was getting up and then passing back a lot, and it just kept happening. It's because there's where the team shut down and they literally like shut the in behind run in the corners like Liverpool like to do or whatever. Our fullbacks get down there and then they're not looking to cross or get their head up or whatever like that. They're like, oh God, we've got to keep hold of the ball. So we push it back in the middle, work it to try and create the space to then get it behind. But if a team's like, you're not going to do that to us and it doesn't happen, there needs to be something else. There needs to be literally more, you know. Can't wait for Klein, says Leon. Yeah, it sounds like we could do with him, man. Gomez. Did Gomez mess up then? A lot, guys, because I saw a couple of people say that they can't wait for Klein to get back. I know Gomez has been at fault for a few things. Hasn't he, over the last few weeks? He's letting a couple of goals where he's shut down a little bit quick or whatever. But like I say, for anyone that's only just tuned in or whatever, I didn't watch a game because I literally 5-10 minutes into the game I got a phone call saying that my granddad passed away. So, you know, I'm going off what you guys tell me and what I've read. I won't even watch the highlights of the game because I can't bring myself to look at it because I was so peed off when I heard the result. We have to... Where was we? Does it's better to pay over the odds now for a player than in the summer because we will have a short pre-season due to the World Cup and it would benefit us for next season? Yeah, you know, Paul, I totally get it. And I think, are you paying over the odds by signing a player now? Because if they go and have a quality World Cup, their value goes up and their value will go up towards the World Cup anyway. Hence why Barcelona acted now and stumped up the money for Coutinho. You know what I mean? Because they wasn't going to wait until he has a fantastic World Cup and then Liverpool go hang on a minute, there's an extra 50 million on top of that you're offering us. I agree, Michael. I thought Virgil van Dijk played well. Maverick, basically, if we don't invest, we're fucked. Klopp could go at the end of the season and he would step into another big job within 1 year, no worries. Yeah, and he'd go and win something. You know what I mean? Like, I know there's people that don't like Klopp. I'm not one of them, guys. Like, you know, I respect everyone's views, like I say numerous times on my channel and stuff, but I personally think that we've got ourselves one of the best managers out there, and it would be a shame if Liverpool, you know, don't do what's right by the manager, and if he doesn't end up winning something for Liverpool, I think that would be a big loss, because I think that Klopp is a manager that's capable of winning the Premier League, but we need to invest in the team, and, you know, he needs back in whatever way, shape or form that you need it, and he needs the right players that know how to play and be consistent. You know, because I think Klopp deserves that. He demands a high level out of the players, but he's really nice as well, isn't he? He's like a friend to them and that. But, you know, it's not a weakness. I saw someone say something. I saw someone wrote a comment saying Klopp's too nice to the players, that's why they're inconsistent. It's not that. Because have you seen Klopp when he's angry? Do you know what I mean? I think you wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of him being a player or whatever. But I think that he demands respect off the players in how he manages. Like the hugs and things like that, you know, like the way he treats you. He wants you to perform to a certain level. And I don't think that our team, in general, have consistently performed to the level that Klopp expects. And that's why when people hate on Klopp and say he's crap, I don't blame Klopp for it. I think the players aren't doing what they should be doing. Because Klopp said time and time again, we've worked on this. And you see it in his face. The disappointment, you know, after the games when he talks and that. He says, like, again, we conceded a goal like that, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, he knows what the problems are, and obviously they're trying to sort it. But if it's not working with the team that you got, then you replace the players that are inconsistent for players and hope that they can be consistent. But the only way to get a player, instead of, you know, everything's a risk. Signing anyone is a risk because you never know how they're going to do. But, you know, you can lower the chances of it being a risk by buying big players. When we signed Van Dijk, Pep Guardiola said, is it a lot of money though for him? Because he said sometimes the most expensive players can turn out the cheapest, because if they perform really high quality for you and win you things over like 6-7 years, then you ain't got to go out and buy like 3 or 4 players trying to get a right player for that one. So it actually works out cheaper in the long run. You know, I even moan about Guardiola saying I'd like to see him try and win something if he went to a club that he can't just go out and buy whoever he wants or whatever, you know. But that's obviously his philosophy, and in the wording that he said it, you can't argue with it, you know what I mean? And like I say, to lower the risk factor of it, definitely, you have to spend more money to get players that are on another level. You know, Liverpool are fishing in the market of, you've got your top bracket, and then you've got like your above average, and then your average, I mean, like anywhere below that or whatever. And Liverpool are shopping in the above average players, and every now and then we're trying to get one that's in that top bracket, but there's not many in that top bracket, if you know what I mean. And I just, at the moment, until Liverpool can achieve things or put the money up, stump the money up, we're not going to take the people out of the top bracket, which means then we're never going to get to that top bracket of football until that happens, you know what I mean? And that's what's annoying and frustrating as a Liverpool fan. Everyone slaughters Lovren for mistakes, but Gomez has made more errors leading to goals this season. Yeah, I agree, Thomas, I agree. Not boss box. Maverick says Klopp isn't pushing enough for players. We can't wait 7 years to finally get a decent squad. Mane, Salah, etc. aren't going to wait that long. No, they're not. We're going to lose all of our best players at this rate, because they will see that the team are letting them down in certain areas. Like something with Salah scoring all these goals. I saw something on Twitter saying basically like Salah must like get so peed off when he comes on and scores 2 goals, but the defence let him 3 goals. You know what I mean? And he must be thinking, what have I got to do? I score you the goals, but you're conceding the other end. You know, the players will get frustrated over things. And if they see that other world-class players aren't coming in, they won't want to stay, and players won't want to join. You know, at the moment, I think we're in a good situation where players are picking Liverpool over other teams. They're picking Jurgen Klopp to play for. So we've got that strength right there at the moment, but we need to use it. We need to use that to our benefits, if you know what I mean. Like, but if we don't, if we leave it too long and we lose another 1 or 2 quality players and we do drop out the top 4, then it goes. It's a vicious cycle. It goes back to square one. I mean, it's like then you end up replacing the manager, you know, because the manager's not doing good. You replace all your team again because you've got a new manager in with new tactics. I don't want to see this keep happening. I want to stick with Klopp. I want to get a Klopp spine and Klopp's team, and then hopefully they consistently play how Klopp wants them to, and I think you could win the league. But the money's got to be put up front, you know. Just started watching your videos, says Mark Lewis. Thank you for watching my videos, Mark, mate. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Hopefully they're alright for you, mate. Obviously recently, I haven't been doing as many as normal, mate. But I promise you guys, anyone that's new or whatever, you can ask my other subscribers and that. I try my hardest to do as much content possible for you lot and keep you updated with everything surrounding Liverpool and that. But yeah, sorry to hear about your granddad passing away. Thank you very much, Mark, mate. Yeah, sad times, mate. Like I say, you guys know, I lost my friend just before Christmas, and then the other day, I just was literally like, I can't watch a game, I can't do streams or whatever. Like, I had to go and be with my family and that. But thank you. Anyone that sent me messages, guys, if you just joined, you sent me a message saying sorry about my loss and that. Thank you for your messages. Obviously, your support has been amazing as always, guys. You know, you're the best subscribers in the world. Like, I've got the best subscribers in the land. You're all legends. Mark Sabi, Matip is overrated and comparison to Lovren, as Lovren's passes the same or better and connects in the opponent's box. Matip misses every header. Furthermore, Gomez and Lovren all or way better in aerial duels. Yeah, Mike, I get what you're saying with that. It was a bit of a hard one for me to read or whatever, but I do get what your point is with that one, mate. Yeah. Matip was good at scoring before he came to Liverpool. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know how many goals he scored or whatever, but I thought he was brought in because he was a good aerial threat. It's just something that I remember reading. I trust Klopp, but I still don't think he gets a dynamic nature of the Premier League there. I know he's a game. Fuck sake, we got top 4 last season in the very last game. I know, Maverick, I know. Yeah, it's my thing. Like I say, I think Klopp can win the league, but on the other hand, like we've seen him tweak the tactics this year, but he's got to change it as even more to win the Premier League. He's got to adapt as well as the players and the team, because we can't win a league all the time. Klopp puts out a team and goes, play this way, we'll win. If you play consistently to how I want you to play, we will win every game. That just won't happen. You've got to be able to change it up. Klopp doesn't change it up too much, does he? He does change it a bit. I've seen people say he only plays one way, he don't play another way. He does have different tactics, but it all revolves around Liverpool pressing, which is why we can't sit back against a team. You can't be a team that is built on high pressing and stuff and winning the ball as high up the pitch as possible and park the bus, if you know what I mean. Klopp's got to figure out how to park that bus as well. And as much as I hate it, because I don't like people that park the bus, but in some games you need to park the bus, you know, like to see out a game. And if Liverpool come out the blocks and scored goals, and then we went to parking the bus towards the end, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't disagree with that. Like, that's not anything wrong. What I don't like is teams that come straight out and park the bus because they're not even trying to win the game. Do you see what I mean? I don't like teams like that, but Klopp needs to find a way of doing that with the squad that he's got, and if he hasn't got the right players and personnel to be able to do that, that's where you go into the transfer market. We've got a lot of players on the fringes that will be making their way out of the club this transfer window and next transfer window. So, you know, perfect time for me. I think we're going to have a big summer, guys. You know, I've been disappointed by this transfer window. I liked the Van Dijk stuff. That was good. We needed to get him. Obviously, we need to wait and see how he does for us, but I think that's a good signing. But around that, other than that, like, I've been disappointed. I thought I would see a bit more than what I had. I thought it was a perfect window for Liverpool to really kick on, push up a notch. But we've been here before, haven't we? Which is why we're frustrated, because we always get to this point and then we lose our best player or whatever, and then it's like we drop down to like out the top 4 again, and then it takes time to get back up in there. Then we lose our best player again. You know, it's a cycle. It's a Liverpool fucking cycle, isn't it? What's happening to your other account, bro? Have you heard anything? Says Thomas. Mate, they outright just ignored me. They did message me back the first time. YouTube are really, they're not easy to communicate with. You don't ever speak to someone. It's all like automated, like your emails and that. It's like, it just tells you to refer to the guidelines and all this. They sent me one to say, look over that. So I sent them one back saying, I've read over and over the guidelines. I haven't done anything to break your terms. And they haven't sent anything back at all. So as far as what I'm aware at the moment, I've not done anything more because I don't want to make it any worse. But the content will start as of March again on my main Liverpool channel. You know, like I say, on that one, I couldn't live stream and then they stopped the video uploads. So the video, hang on, the live streams will come back, I think, before the video uploads, which is good because I'm all about live streams. You guys like live streams. So that one, mid-March, you'll be seeing me live streaming that one again. And obviously then the videos by the end of March will come up on that. So it should be good. It'll be alright. I'm annoyed about it, but there's nothing I can do about it, if you know what I mean, Tom. It's one of them things. Other YouTubers that I spoke to, like that, got big accounts and that, have said exactly the same thing to me. They said, mate, in your situation, there's not much you can do. Ride it out. You know, I've built this channel. This channel will continue, but with different content as well. It won't just be this, but at the moment I'm doing it because this is kind of replaced on the bench LFC at the moment. But I'm a little bit, you know, annoyed because my subscribers and that, you know, YouTube was pushing it out a lot, weren't they? That channel was growing really, really quick and was doing really well. It was getting loads of like movement and that on YouTube, and then that happened. So now I've created this one. This one, it was like starting again. Not all my subscribers know that I've even got this because I couldn't even put out videos saying that I've got another account at the moment until March. So it was a bit of a pickle, to be honest. But yeah, like I say, it's been a nightmare. I've had a nightmare really, guys, haven't I? Like, obviously, like losing my mate, my channel, and my granddad now, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to say can it get any worse, like sort of thing, because, you know, there's people out there with a lot bigger problems. But yeah, it's been fucking stressful, I'm not going to lie. But the channels will keep growing. I've got massive things in the pipeline for the channels, guys. And like I say, it's not, I'm not just saying it. Every time I feel like, though, I'm starting to get somewhere with what I'm trying to achieve with the channel, something happens, you know what I mean? Like again, you know, I want to work on my website. I've got a website coming out, which you guys will be able to go on, and I'm trying to make it a forum as well. So you guys that talk on my live streams, you'll be able to talk on forums as well and create your own thing. So, you know, like how I've titled this, Liverpool Need a Plan, you know, you'll be able to create your own, like, topic and have your little say on it, and people can discuss it with you, you know what I mean? I want you guys to be able to communicate more, because I know that's what you guys like to do. So I want to give you guys a platform to do that. And like when it comes to match build-up shows and everything, you know, on the website, there'd be like a page, I'm hoping, that I can get it fully functional and that, where you'll be able to submit your starting 11, and it'd be cool, it'd be really good interaction, like, because then I can pick my favourite that you guys have done and your reasons why, and then I can use it to make a video when I do my match build-up shows and say, and like I say, still want to have your say on this channel. I'll be doing it on my other channel as well. But yeah, it's just lots and lots, guys. Like, I want to do a ticket raffle and that down the line, where, you know, you're entered a raffle, cost you a couple of quid or whatever, but you'll be in with a chance of winning 2 tickets to a Liverpool game. You know, who wouldn't want to pay £2 and come away with 2 Liverpool tickets? So if you're not subscribed to the channel, then, and that's something that you like, definitely hit the subscribe button and that, because that is coming to the channel, like, down the line. I've got people that can get me tickets. So I'm going to be doing that as well. Obviously, I want to get my website out first, if you know what I mean. If I can get my website out, then I'll be happy to carry on with the other stuff as well. Like I said, there'd be videos coming from at Anfield and Liverpool and stuff like that. But at the moment, I've put things on hold because of personal life, because I'm just not in the right frame of mind to do all that. I haven't got time to do it. This is only a hobby, do you know what I mean? It's not a job. Sir Klopp, hello lads. Hello sir. Maverick says, I don't blame the players as to the best 11 against Swansea and they fluffed it, but there was nothing on the bench to make a difference. Yeah, I heard that apparently it was like we could have done with someone coming on, you know what I mean? And it was like we just didn't have anyone that could come on and just rip the game a new one. Oh, hang on. While we're here, guys, while we're here, I'm going to do something here. A couple of you will notice something a bit different right this second. And I appreciate all your support and that being on the channel, guys. And this is why I've now done what I've done. I'm not going to say what it is, but you'll notice it, and obviously leave it in the comments or whatever. But just don't let me down, lads. Don't let me down. All right? part, wherever you may be. You might eat dogs in your own country. It could be worse. You could be a mank eating rats in your council house. Love it, Paul. Sir Klopp, you're back, good man. Hey, Sir Klopp. Dad's mate, we are all here for you. My friend, I will say a prayer for your granddad and friend, mate. They rest in peace. Thank you very much, Michael. I know you're one of the ones that messaged me, and I'm very grateful, mate. Very, very grateful. Seriously, we've all been there. We all lose people, and we've all lost people, and that. So I know you guys know what it's like, and stuff. It's why I didn't do a match reaction or whatever, because I didn't watch a game, and I just was giving you my reason why, you know, and why I haven't been throwing out all my content like constantly. He played the same squad at all time, no matter the opponent, instead of seeing certain players for certain types of games. Example, last game. Yeah, like, I think you need to look at your squad and look at, right, this player would be more suited to play against that team. I think Klopp just looks at, right, they're freshest, their legs are fresher, so they're playing. I think we should sit back and invite the opposition, come out a bit. Plenty of space in our team to win it on a half and counter that way. Chris Wilkinson, thank you for joining me on the stream, mate. I totally agree. You know, the one problem, I was talking about this with a couple of other Liverpool supporters, and I said this, and the one problem that they brought up to me with that was, but then if a team is coming to just get a point or whatever, then that plays into their hand, because, you know, it'd be a boring game and we'll end up drawing and dropping points anyway. But I think you should try at points of the game to try and suck them out. They need to have a tactic where they give them the ball, give them a sense of confidence. Well, all of a sudden that team feels like they're in control of the game, Liverpool aren't doing too good, and then all of a sudden we switch it on again. Do you know what I mean? Like, any of you guys that are a bit older, watch the Rocky films. What was it? I know it's completely different. I know it's boxing or whatever, but in that film where it was like Apollo Creed, was it Sylvester Stallone's trainer, wasn't it? Rocky's trainer. And he was like, now, and he told him, and that was when he just burst at the end and just completely smashed Clubber Lang, or whatever his name was, you know what I mean, Mr. T. You know, it's almost like I want to see Klopp on the sidelines going, all right, drop off a bit, let them feel comfortable, confident, let them feel like they are able to make a few passes, and then go now, like, destroy them, jump on them, win that ball, because we're really good at pressing, and then hit them. I don't think Liverpool do that enough, so yeah, I totally agree with you, mate. Hey Michael, how are you? We'll make any signings. Good things come, dude, but take your time. Thank you very much. Beating C, I don't think so, Sir Klopp. I'm so pissed off. Where is Spectre? I ain't seen Spectre in a little while. He does pop on every now and then, but he's obviously busy, mate. Maverick, how did the Kanji go to Dortmund and we did not complete at 19 million euros? It's things like this that annoys me. He can play centre defensive mid or centre back and looks quality against United in Champions League. I know, Mav. I know. And Liverpool pulled out of that one, didn't they? You know what I mean? Liverpool was in contact with them, but we pulled out of it. It's really annoying. It really, really annoys me. That is one that's bugged me, mate, to be honest. Hey Paul and Sir Klopp, welcome to the mod world, my Irish brothers. Did you see my thing about Coutinho in my comment? Thomas, did you see my thing about Coutinho in my comment? I don't think I did, Thomas, mate. You got to remember, guys, that my stream bounces and it jumps all over the place. It glitches. And I know other YouTubers have the same problem. So I miss comments here and there, but I try my best to read as many as I possibly can. Lewis says, yo, what's up? Late night stream was up, rewatching Breaking Bad until late, kind of regret it now, flying lesson in the morning. Huh? Sweet, man, that's well cool. Yeah, I couldn't do a match reaction video and a video before this and that because obviously personal things, but I've been able to get one going tonight, which is nice to be able to talk to you guys about a few things. Thanks, Michael. I don't remember being a mod on this channel last time I was here. You wasn't, mate. I've literally just added you as you come in. We had 21 shots and 4 on target, and now 3 shots. 2 on target. Paul says, cool. It's a cool surprise. Yeah, exactly, guys. Well, you lads are a couple of the main ones that are always on my streams as well, and you're very supportive of the channel. So I wanted to make sure that you got the mods. There's someone else I got in mind as well, but I don't want to overdo it at the moment. If one of you guys can't always make it or whatever, then I will possibly make them one. Matip was actually very good against Swansea. We're just picking on him due to our frustration, says Matt. Oh, right, really? Like I say, I didn't see it, so That's interesting. Thanks, Dazza, for the mod, and Michael for your vote. You're welcome, mate. You're welcome. The opposition always have a low amount of shots on target, but they like all go in. Yeah, they're more clinical. It's the second balls, isn't it? Liverpool are terrible. Second balls from set pieces. Like, we are shocking. That's what costs us all the time. It's a cool surprise for you, Sir Klopp. Thanks, Daz and Michael. You're welcome, lad. You're welcome. I think we should agree that, as we saw, it worked for a 3-min period in the game. They came on to us, then broke the play up and was on the counter, but slow. Last pass down and back. Oh, really, Michael? Yeah. Well, there you go, then. You know what I mean? Like, they should do it, shouldn't they? Like, it is a plan. That's what they need to do. It's all part of a tactic that we need to use, isn't it? Radcliffe, you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone, Radcliffe, mate. How are you today, mate? What's up, guys? Not much, buddy. I understand that jam would be difficult, but seems that we had no plan to utilise the window. We could have got a Kanji. Let's get Dodonka now 25 million. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't tell me that we couldn't. There are players available that we could have gone for that we didn't. You know, and we have even approached a couple of players as well. From what I believe, we have approached a couple of players, but Liverpool haven't officially like gone and met the valuation of the club. We've only approached. So that's what's confusing for me, because it's like, you know, it's not to appease the fans like people are saying. It's, you know, it's like they're testing the water. But why are they testing the water? Like, you know, is it because you've got a main target out there, but they're rumming and ahhing over a... I don't know what it is, but, you know, like losing the Kanji and that, like absolute idiots. We're going to regret that. We will regret that. If I put it, Liverpool knew Coutinho was leaving, why not go for Mahrez and Amar? We never had no plan B. Yeah, exactly. To be honest, we need to just concentrate on the Premier League. Anything else is secondary. Yeah, I agree. We need to make sure we secure top 4 this year. You know, winning a cup would be nice. Having a good run in Champions League, yeah, sweet. But it will still be a failed season if we drop out of top 4 again, because no Champions League next year will hurt us in the transfer market as well. So it's madness. Dad's asked my brother-in-law to get me a ticket for next season for Anfield as my 40th present. That's sweet, man. That's well good. Is he going to do it for you, Paul? You know, I was meant to be going to a game soon, but it's not going to happen now. My money's got to go on other stuff as well. I've had problems with the car, obviously the move, then all this on top. Like, God, man. Life sometimes, you know, it swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Like, 1 minute you've got a really good spell and like everything's going your way. Next minute it's just like boom, everything's going against you. Just hope that this spell snaps soon. Hey Radcliffe, mate, glad you could make the stream. Can't understand why we aren't in for Draxler, says Jason. Hello Jason, mate, how are you this evening? Yeah, I think he would be an option now, to be honest. Like, I'd be looking at Draxler like to come in. Like, he's a creative player that can make things happen, but you know, it's annoying me. I don't know why we're like not. We should be making official moves for players and we're not. Is it because they're scared because of what happened with Van Dijk in the last transfer window? Is it Liverpool trying to be cautious? But, you know, for me personally, that doesn't come into it, because if you officially approach a team like over a player, then you can't get done because you made it official. You know what I mean? You've asked them. So I think they're asking the teams, but they're not meeting evaluation. So it's like, again, it's like the club are just not willing to pay what teams want. And is it because teams are overpricing players, you know, or they know that we've got Coutinho money or whatever, so now they're like, oh, no, an extra 10 million. Liverpool are like, no, like, you know, like, he's worth this amount. We're not going to pay that much. But if you don't want to drop out the top 4 and you want to keep competing, then we need to stop saying no and I'm in an iron. We need to be like, that's the player that we want. You want an extra 10 million? Okay, well, let's make it happen. But I don't want Liverpool to get completely ripped off. But an extra 10 million here and there, I mean, isn't too bad, is it? If it's a player that you want, and that will help your team. Maverick, the problem is Liverpool are too slow to strengthen team with quality. It's been that way for too long. Even with Coutinho, we still didn't have enough quality players. Yeah, exactly. You know, you look at Liverpool's team and you go, right, where's the world-class players? How many world-class players has Liverpool got? They're all borderline quality and world-class, aren't they? You know, but you can't look at any of our players at the moment and go, they're up there world-class, because they're not. You know, they all have good runs of form and on their day they're world-class, but again, to be typically, for me, class as world-class, you've got to be consistent. every year you need to be consistently like banging in goals, getting assists and that. Liverpool's players don't consistently do fuck all, do they? Like, let's be honest. Seriously, Paul, rest in peace, says Tom. Huh? Paul only exceeded 9 goals in their league. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, we're going to have a tough game against Porto, guys. It will be tough. It's frustrating, but in Klopp we trust, lol. Yeah, exactly, Jason. That's what I say. I say I'm going to trust in Jurgen Klopp. Liverpool in general, like the owners and that, they've got till the end of next transfer window for me. Before I start asking questions, I'm going to look at what signings we made, who we still got, you know, how we play, things like that. Is there investments in the club? Is the net spend still poor? Is it worse? Is it better? Do you see what I mean? I'd already put it in my head at the beginning of this season that was going to be my cut-off point to where then I make my mind up on them. So I'm just waiting for that, to be honest. But it's like we get so close to having a good squad, but after 2-3 seasons we win nothing. They want to move and we buy again and repeat the cycle. Man City don't have that problem because they go all out. Yeah, exactly. Mod. You like that, don't you, Paul? Eh? You mod. Exactly, my mod. Has anyone else got any questions for me? Because I'm not going to be able to stay on. It's already 1:30 or whatever. I've not been sleeping lately, so I'm absolutely exhausted. But it's been a pleasure talking to you guys, though. But yeah, if any of you got a quick question that you want me to answer or whatever, feel free to put it in the chat. And obviously, I will answer you. Someone saying, take care, Thomas. Yes, Thomas, take care, Thomas. Hang on. I've missed something here. I don't think Klopp will replace Coutinho until summer, says Mark Lewis. Yeah, I think that's probably what the plan is, isn't it? I don't know what happened. Yeah, completely lost. Obviously, everyone's saying take care and that, so I'm like, what? See you, Daz. Have a great night. See you later, Thomas, mate. Take it easy. I'll speak to you soon, my friend. Obviously, it's coming up the end of the transfer window, so we're probably going to have more stuff to talk about transfer related. Like I say, if you're watching it, you're not a subscriber or whatever, stay tuned, because if there's breaking news transfer related or anything concrete looks like it's going to happen within the next hour or whatever, I will do a live stream straight away. I am still keeping an eye on it, no matter what's going on in my life. There's no way that I'll miss out on it. So it's definitely worth that. And obviously as well, it's always good because I do a lot of live streams and you guys all get to talk. So I like that my subscribers all bounce off each other and talk to each other and stuff. Guys, I was told as well, do you know I always say that my thumbs up target is 30? I think we get about 60 every time. So people are saying to me, I've had a few people message me going, Daz, mate, like, stop asking for only 30 thumbs, try and go higher. So shall we say 50 likes this time? I know it's not over 60, so don't jump down my throat, you guys that keep telling me to go high with it, because that's what a target's for. I'm going to say, can we get 50 likes on this one? I don't expect that we will hit that, but like I say, average I normally get between 40 and 60, 70. So yeah, if we can smash the 50 likes, I would absolutely love you forever. That would be quality. Daz, 80 thumbs, says Paul. What, we've got 80 thumbs on this one, have we? Or are you saying get 80 thumbs? See, I can't see it, guys. Without me doing this, look. I need to literally, like, go on my phone to see how many I've got, because on this page it just does like bad. Look, Daz, 200 thumbs, says Michael Dunn. Yeah, I need to. See, I've got 20 thumbs up. So yeah, if we could get around 50, I don't expect that to happen because I haven't been doing videos lately. Obviously, it's been a bit different to normal. I've just been waffling on and that. But yeah, if we could hit 50, guys, I'd be happy. You know what I mean? Get 80, Dazza. Oh yeah, we'll see. Maybe in a couple of weeks, guys, I'll up my target again or whatever. But let's see how we do on 50. Yeah. That would be cool, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? Maverick Sir Klopp, I'm losing my faith in the team. We can't guarantee any points anymore. Yeah, I know. Who would be my choice, Sir Klopp? Get 8. Dazza, fuck's sake, I've decided I'm here till the stream ends, says Thomas Billings. Oh, mate, you legend. I'm ending it anyway, Tom. There you go, mate. Everyone, I'm going to shut it down because I need to get some sleep as well. And Thomas won't go to sleep until we shut it down. So I don't want to keep anyone else up with my talking shit about Liverpool. So yeah, guys, obviously, like I say, Liverpool need a plan, don't they? In general, need a plan to win games, need to change things up, and we should have, and we do need a plan to kick in as a replacement. There's still key players that we need to bring into the club, and I think that Liverpool not overpay too much, but there's teams and players that we could do deals with, even in this window, that I think Liverpool they're not committing to it, which is annoying. Being a Liverpool fan, innit? Always aim high, Daz, not like Swansea stuck at the bottom. I know, Paul, I know. Well, 50's high because I was 30, so 50 is a lot higher for me, if you know what I mean. You know, I didn't say it at the beginning of the stream either, so normally I say it, and I say on my spill and that, but obviously my head's all over the place at the moment. Thank you for joining me as always, guys. Thank you for all the support as well and your messages about my granddad and that. Like, it means a lot, guys, honestly. I love every single one of you. You're all legends, and that's why I carry on doing these videos, because of you lot and your support every day. Take it easy, lads. I will speak to you tomorrow. I'm sure we'll have something else to talk about. But yeah, like I say, if it's not as regular, if there's nothing major to talk about, and you don't see a video from me, then I apologise. Obviously, at the moment, it's just family time and stuff. But yeah. Good night, Daz. Good night, everyone. Daz, get some rest. I will do, Paul. I'm going to get some shut-eye, guys. Take it easy. Speak to you in the next one. I've been on the bench TV. You've all been legends. Peace.